And I want to read to them as he says in the can, who can't judge the program. So each of them are going to tell them their names, so that when you see them, you know that, oh, this is Mr. Asumesi or Mr. Obeti. Okay? Put your hands together for them.
Good morning to you all. My name is Engineer Matthew Ponteria, lecturer at Uni Life Diaries.
Good morning. Warmly welcome to STU, and particularly to the Department of Electronics Engineering. I'm in the person of my profession in the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering.
My name is Electrical Power Engineer. My name is Colin Doko, Electrical Power Engineer.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Abnan Obiasa, Assistant Registrar at the Department.
Wow.
I am the President of Joe, the Department President.
I'm Mr. Samuel Ama, a lecturer at the Department of Medical Equipment Technology.
Ladies and gentlemen, shall we kindly give a standing ovation to Engineer Dr.
Before I give my welcome address, I want to mention to you that four of our lecturers are currently not here because they have a meeting with the DC at this moment. So, Mr. Jonas is not here, Madam Juanita is not here, Dr. Pipon is not here as well. And the reason is that they are having a meeting with the DC at this moment. So permit me to read out my welcome address. Lecturers here present, administrative staff, technicians, freshmen, and women gathered in here. It is with great pleasure that I welcome all of you to the Sunyani Technical University, and more specifically to Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. Congratulations on your gaining admission to this institution. This is a place of excellence where knowledge meets innovation and where your dreams of becoming skilled engineers and professionals will be nurtured. Today marks the beginning of an exciting journey, one filled with learning, challenges, and growth. As freshmen and women, you are stepping into a new phase of your academic life, one that will shape your future in profound ways. Our department is committed to providing you with quality education, hands-on training, and a supportive environment that will prepare you for your dynamic and evolving world of engineering and technology. Throughout your studies, you will have access to state-of-the-art laboratories, experienced lecturers, and industry-driven projects that will equip you with the technical and problem-solving skills needed in the field. However, success in this journey depends not only on what we provide you, but also on your dedication, curiosity, and willingness to learn. Therefore, I encourage you to take full advantage of the resources available. Seek guidance from your lecturers, collaborate with your peers, and remain disciplined in your academic pursuits. Beyond academics, I urge you to participate in extracurricular activities. Student organizations and professional networking opportunities that will enhance your personal and leadership development. Engineering is not just about technical knowledge, it is also about teamwork, communication, and creativity. Remember, you are not alone in this journey. Our doors are always open to support you. Whether you have academic problems, career aspirations, or personal challenges, we are here to guide you and assist you as well. Once again, welcome to the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. We are excited to have you and look forward to seeing you thrive. Work hard, stay focused, and embrace every opportunity that comes your way. I wish each and every one of you a successful academic journey. Thank you very much.
Thank you once again. Promoting of job prospects of medical equipment technology. Mr. Joseph Asamoah Asan. Put your hand together for me. Please come to see it well. Raise your hand. Look at the camera, see it well. Can you see? Yes.
Hello, good morning. I hope I'm not alone. So, my name is and I'm here to introduce you to the medical equipment technology option. So, I'm sure every one of us have been to the hospital before. There are some of us who have not been to the hospital before. Yes. Are you sure? Yes. But I'm sure you've taken someone to the hospital before. Really? Okay, so I'm sure when you went to the hospital, those of us who've been to the hospital before, I'm sure when you went there, you saw the machines that were being used at the hospital. So initially when you go, you see that what the nurses will take what a machine, they will put it on your what? Hands. And then try to what? Get some information from you. So with this medical equipment technology option, all what we are talking about is how to what? Manage these medical equipment which we find in what? Our hospitals. So if you go to the hospital, there are various what? Medical equipment there. But broadly, this medical equipment technology falls under a program we call what? Biomedical engineering. I'm sure you might have heard of biomedical what? Engineering before. It's a very broad program. But we are doing an aspect of biomedical engineering, which we call what? Medical equipment technology, or some others refer to it as clinical engineering. So as I said earlier on, biomedical engineering is a very broad field. We have different areas such as prosthetics and orthotics, we have biomaterials, we have rehabilitation engineering, but we are focusing on what? That's one aspect, which is what? Clinical engineering. Now, the objective of this program basically is to equip you with very essential skills, so that at the end of the day, when you are done with the program and you go on the field, you'll be able to what? Manage every medical equipment that you see in the hospital. So you'll be able to diagnose when there are what? Issues with the medical equipment. You'll be able to what? Fix it. You'll be able to what? Repair it, as well as what? The other management issues associated with what? Medical equipment. So these are some courses that you study under this program. So the first thing, you need to understand how the human body works. Now we are all aware this equipment we see in the hospital. We use it on what? Human beings. So you need to understand the human body. So this is the first thing you need to take. After that, we'll talk about the general bioinstrumentation system. We'll talk about medical imaging, the X-ray machine that you see. I don't know whether you've done your medicals yet, but if you have done your medicals, we'll be doing X-ray. We'll be talking about the X-ray machine, the CT scan, the MRI, how to what? Diagnose faults on this medical equipment, and how to what? Repair and fix these faults. So as you go on, you realize that you see some pictures there. These are students who have been taking through the practical aspects of this medical equipment program. So what you do here is that after having some practicals at the lab here or doing sessions, class sessions, you also go on the field. So every semester we have a collaboration or a memorandum of understanding with some hospitals. So you go there and then you have practical skills. So these are some medical equipment that I'm talking about. We have the patient monitor, the X-ray machine, the defibrillator, CT scan. We are going to study all these medical equipment. Now these are some career prospects when it comes to the medical equipment program. First, you can be a clinical engineer where you be employed by most hospitals to work and manage their medical equipment. Another job prospect there is that there are these international companies who manufacture medical equipment. We have Philips, we have GE, you can be their vendor as well as their engineer who will be selling their equipment, managing their equipment as well. Now, you can also be involved with medical equipment manufacturing. So these days, they are set up in Ghana here where people are able to start the manufacturing of medical equipment. based on your education, you can have that ability to be able to also what? Set up your own what? Medical equipment manufacturing company. Then you can also be involved with what? Rehabilitation engineer. When you go to some centers, people with disability, someone cannot walk. The wheelchair, the walking stick, they all fall under what? This medical equipment technology program. And then you can work with the FDA. You can also further your education. Especially with your background, you can go and do postgraduate medicine and so forth at University of Ghana and other institutions. Now, as I said, we have a memorandum of understanding with a number of hospitals. One is for the Sunyani Teaching Hospital, we have the Time District Hospital, the Municipal Hospital. So every semester we go there, spend some time there, we take or so that you what everything that we have studied in class, you can have what the practical what knowledge of all these things we've talked about. So thank you very much.
Computer engineering basically is a discipline that combines computer science and that of electrical and electronics engineering or electrical engineering. Computer engineering basically means thinking wide and making yourself appropriate for the emerging technologies that is going on. Within the computer engineering space, most of the time you might have a perception that you are a computer repairer. And it's far beyond. If you enter into the computer engineering space, there are a vast number of job prospects and other opportunities that you can capitalize on. Look around you. Wherever you go, there are computerized systems everywhere. The phones you are using, the laptops you are using, the internet you are watching, even the way you dress, we have AI systems. It all comes down to computer engineering. So the job prospect is very wide. And as a computer engineer, your thinking and your ability to propose solutions is key to the field of computer engineering. There are courses that you offer within the computer engineering space, and there are courses that you offer within the electrical and electronics engineering space. You can't be a computer engineer without having the background of electricals, because you'll be producing devices. The devices you are producing has electrical circuits in them. So you will be giving training, giving practical sessions where we take you through the circuit building of your device you produce. Aside that, you also be giving certain computer aspect of it. Programming aspect will come in, Python will come in, C program will come in, C++ aspect will also come in. You also have a networking and data communication aspect will also come in, where we look at how you connect two machines together, how you communicate your messages across, and how to you also get to know the understanding of how, when you are sending a message to somebody, what the message goes through before it gets to the destination. In this world currently as we are, everything is computerized. Everything is going AI. Everything is going to the highest extreme. So if you are in the computer engineering field, you are not lost. You are moving on the train. You are moving with the wind. And the advanced nature of the computer world will make you feel very important in the society. Currently as we speak, we need more computer engineers. We need all the institutions that you find yourself. We need the hospital, we need the army especially, we need the educational sector, we want people, we need the telecommunication sector, we want computer engineers. So all aspects, we need the computer engineering field. You are welcome to work with. We need the computer engineers. So as you are here, as a student, the only thing we are advising you is that make sure you make the right choice. Make the right choice of your courses. You study hard and make sure the courses you take in this particular department, take them seriously so that the sky becomes your limit to take us. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Adams. And good morning to all of you. Once again, let me also take this opportunity to welcome you to Uni Technical University, and in particular, Electrical and Electronics Engineering Department. As the MC rightly said, I am to give you an overview of electrical power systems and its job prospects. Now, when we say electrical power systems, broadly speaking, it can be broken into 3 areas. You know, power systems is all about electricity generation. So, generation of electricity or electrical power is one major aspect of it. Now, after the power has been generated, in most cases, it is far from the end user. I'm sure as some of you might be aware, in Ghana, we have places like Akosovo, and then where electrical power is generated. And look at where we are sitting, very far from these areas. So the next thing after power generation is that it has to go transmitted. So power then gets transmitted to the place where we are going to use electricity. And finally, when it gets to us, it has to be distributed. In other words, the bulk power that is generated is transmitted, it gets down to us, and then we have what? It is finally distributed to us. So broadly speaking, electrical power system is made up of these 3 areas: generation, transmission, and distribution. So in our program, we discuss the various sources of power generation. You know, we can use hydro to generate electricity. So it's one of the things we teach as part of our program. These days, we can use solar and wind. So these are all areas that we cater for in our teaching. And then when it comes to the transmission too, there we are much more interested in how power gets carried from the generating station to us here. So all the things that you see along the transmission line are also catered for in our program. And then finally, how power gets to your house or the company is also discussed as the distribution. But we move a step beyond this. We are generating electrical power. We need machines to be able to generate diesel power we are talking about. So as part of our program, we also teach students about electrical machines. So when we say electrical machines, things like electrical generator comes to mind. We have things like electrical motor, is that okay? And transformer, a very essential aspect of power systems. So these are all machines that we also take our students through. And sometimes when we design these machines, in the course of their operation, we need to control them. So we also discuss control systems as part of power system program. So if you're a power student here, don't just be thinking about generation, transmission, and what? Distribution. We also will be discussing control systems. Now, we also anticipate that we're working with machines. So no matter what, these machines, they fail. And when they fail, we have to find means of repairing them. So our students also go through equipment maintenance. So if it is a transformer that is working and it breaks down, we expect that we should be able to service it. And one thing we have added recently is what we call artificial intelligence. These days, AI has become a tool for almost every engineer. So we have revised all our programs, whether you are doing power or telecom, you go through AI as part of the things you do. So in a nutshell, this is what we have to offer our students as far as power is concerned. Now, the job prospects. I must say that the job prospects are many. The job prospects are many. We have companies that are responsible for generating electrical power, transmitting, and then distributing. So having finished our program, we stand a better chance of working with any of these companies. And the first one that comes to mind is what? VRA, Water and Power Authority. We also have a Uni Power Authority. We have RICO and what? EC. There are others. I just want to mention a few. Then the mining companies that you see all around us. These days we have mining companies in Sunyani. And then when you go to Kenya, goes out to mining. And then the large number of companies are in the western region, Takwa and then its environments. So when you go there, you can also find a job. Places like Ghana Water Company, they are using machines. Pumps are there. Is that okay? The pumps run on electrical power. So we need electrical power professionals to be there. Cement manufacturing companies, you can find a job there. Agro-processing companies, you can equally be there. There are others, hospitals, etc. Even as a power student, you can find a job in the telecommunication sector because the machines they are also using requires electricity. You can find a job. And finally, if you are interested, you can work with us at ST. That is either work as a power person for the university, or after your first degree, you continue and come back to join us as a lecturer. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody. So, on behalf of the Vice Chancellor, the Dean of Engineering and the HOD, I welcome all of you to Sunyani Technical University. But it's the best university in the whole of Ghana. Okay. So you are not in the wrong place, you are in the right place. So please, steady hard and live here with very good results. Is that fine? Yeah. Good. So I just want to briefly do a small submission on telecommunications engineering. So my Dr. Ansari is here, so when I do wrong, he will come and add some things. I will then. Yeah. Good. So what is telecommunications engineering? It is a way of communicating from a distance through the appropriate gadgets, right? So we are sending signals and we are receiving signals. What type of signals are we receiving and sending? Signal could be in the form of data, it could be in the form of voice, it could be in the form of video. Are we there? So these are the kind of signals. So when we talk about Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, they are broadcasting signals. So it's just a transmitter that is sending signals, and a lot of TV stations or a lot of TV sets are receiving the signal. Apart from the pure transmitter, we also have what we call the transceiver. The transceiver transmits and receives at the same time. Now, let's try to break down telecommunications into about 4 parts. Number 1, we are looking at the transmission and PSS. What we know about transmission? Transmission could be by microwave, it could be by fiber. Are you there? As you go along, we will show you the details. So we can transmit through a radio, or what we call radio frequency or RF. Same as microwave. So when you go around and you see the mast and the towers, you see a very big antenna that looks like a drone. Okay? So that is our microwave transmission. We can also use fiber. We can either dig underground and put the fiber there. If it's a very short distance, we can do overhead. So it's either underground or overhead by way of fiber transmission. Are you okay? So from Kumasi to Sunyani, we can do either by fiber or do by microwave radio. Are we okay? Then the PSS is based on systems. So then we're looking at the BTS, the BSC, and then the MSC. They are the things that makes your mobile phones communicate. So today in the industry, transmission is not separated from PSS. You are put together. Are you there? Number 2, we are what we call a switch. So as a switch engineer, all you have to do is how to assign numbers to customers, and then basically do what we call billing. But today, a lot of us are doing prepaid. So unlike the old days where you use before you pay, now you pay before you use. Are you getting my point? That notwithstanding, there are still companies that postpaid. So some banks can decide that, look, we want to use it at the end of the month, we pay. If one day you become rich, you can decide that I don't want prepaid, I want postpaid. buy 50 cedis, 100 cents credit. Just give it to me, let me use, and then after that I pay. So the switch basically does that. Assignment of numbers, billing, and then what we call enhanced services, like call forwarding, call conferencing, all that is under the switch. So if you happen to be a switch engineer, that is where you are going to be. Are we there? Then we have O&M. O&M is what? Operations and maintenance. There is no way you build a system and don't maintain the system, and the system will be alive forever. It will die very soon. So we have operations and maintenance engineers. And when it comes to operations and maintenance, we have two types. We have the power and tower maintenance. Then we also have the radio and PSS maintenance. Are you okay? So now there's a company called Huawei. Huawei is a Chinese company. They basically do maintenance when it comes to radio and then PSS. For the power and tower, we have American towers, we have Helios towers, and then we have African towers. So they do basically that. So as a telecom engineer, when you finish, you can get a job with all these guys I am mentioning. Are we okay? Then lastly, we talk about quality of service. All that we have planned, implemented, and maintained, if it does not give us quality of service, then we are going to run at a loss. That is why for you as a customer, you can decide that I don't want to use AT again. I want to use Telecel, or I want to use one MTN. All is because of what? Quality of service. You are sitting here, I call your number, and I'm told the customer you are calling is either switch off or out of coverage, and you are seeing you. So there is a question mark around quality of service. So for telecommunications engineering or any aspect of engineering, the end point is quality of service. Whether power, whether biomedical, whether telecoms, we are looking at what? Quality of service. So if the power engineer is not able to maintain the light throughout, and then the light keeps going on and off, quality of service is what? Special. So we end with quality of service. Before quality of service, there is another one we call the NOC. NOC is what? Network Operations Center. Right? So for all the networks in Ghana, you have a network operations center sitting in Accra. They are looking at all the cell sites in Ghana. So for instance, if the engineer in Kumasi and Obuasi goes off, they will see it and call you in Kumasi, Obuasi is down. Then you drive to Obuasi and go and solve the problem. So as for network operations center, you don't need too much training. In fact, trained monkeys can even sit there and do the work. But you are more than a monkey, and I expect you, if you are there, you should be able to do it and do it very well. You are going to sit there for 8 hours, you don't have to sleep. Because if you sleep, a site will go down, and if you are not careful, you will be dismissed. So the network operations engineer is also very, very important when it comes to maintenance. Are we okay? Now, where can we get work to do after we have done the telecommunications in the course? I want to put it in two perspectives. Number one, I want to look at the academic progression, and then number two, I want to look at the job market. Maybe somebody finishes first degree, they say, I don't want to continue, I just want a job. Somebody also finishes, they say, look, I want to go to school, so what do I do? So I want to look at the academic perspective, and I look at the job market perspective. Are we there? So on the academic side, when you finish the first degree, are they HND people here? Are they HND people? Yeah. So when you finish HND, what you can do is to come back and do a 2-year BTech program. Then you have your first degree. And I'm saying, come back here. I didn't say go somewhere. Because this is the best university. If you get the point, you will not understand it, but very soon you will understand it. So you can come back and join the 10 years by way of regular course or do the weekend program. 2 years, you take your degree. But for you, those who are doing the first degree, when you finish, you can go do your master's in telecommunications engineering, you can do your master's in computer science, you can do your master's in information technology. Are we there? Today there are so many other things coming like Internet of Things, machine-to-machine communication, device-to-device communication, and all that machine learning. So you can decide to specialize wherever you want to specialize. Then after the masters, you can go on to do your what? Your PhD. That is if you want to come and be a lecturer, like all the honorable people sitting here. Just go quickly, do your masters, don't beat about the bush. The earlier for you, the better. Today there are people 23 years old and they already have their PhD. And let me tell you, there are a lot of scholarships outside there and they are looking for people like you. So after the first degree, you can look for a scholarship, go do your masters, do the PhD. If you finish and you want to come back, come. However, if you don't want to come, stay there. I will go. That is the person who wants to be a lecturer like all the honorable people sitting here. Are you okay? Number two, apart from attempting to be a lecturer, there are what we call professional courses. So after the first degree, you can go and do what we call the CCNA. CCNA is Cisco Certified Network Administrator. A year by the web administrator. You are not going to be doing the work of pastor sitting here as our departmental administrator. So for a large place like SNIT, a big place like Bank of Ghana, all their service and network operations, you are going to administer, you are going to take care of it. So there, you can go do this professional course, CCNA. There are some Indian schools in Ghana who also do that. But of course, it's a bit expensive, you have to pay in dollars to be able to do it. So after your first degree, if you want to digress or you want to go into network administration, fine. There are other professional courses that are telecom related, you can also do. Apart from the mainstream telecoms, you can also do professional courses in automations. Because the fundamentals, you've done a bit of power and you've done a bit of electronics and some amount of telecoms before you major. Now, the fact that you major in telecoms does not mean that you should just maintain, you remain there. You can go major in automations, you can go major in processing and all that, and that one, you can find yourself working in the mines. Are we there? Good. Now, let me put the academic one aside and come to the major market. So in the major market, you can get a job with the mobile network operators like AT, MTN, Telecom. Are you there? Now, it is worth mentioning that today all these network operators, they are interested in the money they are getting. When it comes to network operations, they are giving them out on contracts for contractors to do so that they can only count their money. So a little work of engineering is being done by the mainstream MNOs, but a lot of it is being done by contractors. And some of the contractors I've mentioned, Huawei is one, ATC, which is American Towers, African Towers, Indian Towers, they are all into what? Subcontractor maintenance. And they cannot do the maintenance without you. You have to employ some of you to help them do that work and do it very well. Are we there? So you can find work there. For a telecom engineer, you can also find work with the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority. This is a place where they do a lot of work with conveyor belts. And every airport, the most prominent element that stands out in every airport is the radar. And without the telecom engineer, the radar can. Now,
I say, zoom this.
When we talk of industrial attachment, what does it mean? Engineering is about practical application and problem solving. Industrial attachment is a very important hands-on experience when it comes to engineering. Now it bridges the theory and then the practical. Now your power engineers will teach you power generation, but they cannot bring Akosomo to STU. I hope you understand what I mean. Or we, or Kappa, or Asogri power plant to STU. But you will be taken through all the processes involved. But it's up to you to move to that industry and go and see things for yourself. Now, what is industrial attachment? It's a period where students work in an industry related to their field. So if you are an electrical engineer, they don't expect you to go and do attachment at some input. I hope you understand. Good.
it provides real-world engineering experience and exposure, enhances practical skills and industry knowledge. Why is industrial attachment important? One, as I have already told you, bridges theory and practice, develop technical and soft skills. What are soft skills? Communication skills, how to speak with people, how to relate with people, how to be a team player, how to solve a problem. These are all examples of soft skills that you can develop when you go for industrial attachment. It provides industry exposure, creates networking and opportunities. Networking and opportunities. Then it enhances employability. Now, the moment you start going for attachment, per your own actions, you may be employed. Why? Because the people you'll be doing attachment with will know you. So when there is any opportunity, because they've been already working with you for a while, they don't know, they will not go out and then pick somebody, but they rather put you there. So take a note. And also it boosts confidence. If you go to that way, you'll be introduced to how to work with machines and other equipment. You'll be supervised by a supervisor, but so you become confident in using these machines without any supervision. Where can you do your industrial attachment? There are a lot of places, as we have biomedical engineers, computer engineers, telecommunication engineers, power engineers. There are a lot of places you can do your attachment. Now, for instance, we take power companies, we have ECG, RICO, VRA, we are IPPs, independent power producers, okay, the thermal plant, car power, Sogri, and others. Not that alone. Anywhere where electricity is being used, you can go and do your attachment there. We have telecommunication companies, MTN, Vodafone, Tigo, Huawei, etc. Just as Engineer Nando explained to you. We have biomedical engineers, hospitals are there, clinics, labs. Okay, no, nowadays we have private labs. You can go there and do your attachment there. We have manufacturing industries, whether it is one district, one factory, a big industry, any of the manufacturing industries. You can also go to hotels. Some hotels have a lot of plants that you, electrical engineer, you can be doing the attachment over there. We have automation and robotic fairs. We have zip line. Okay, you know zip line? How to read right. Now this company is there to use drones and other things to supply medical equipment to remote areas. Then we have electrical installation companies. We have electrical contractors and other organizations. Electronics repairs and then maintenance. Some of you are just at magazine there. Always you bypass some of these experienced guys. You don't respect them. But let me tell you, they can help you to get a job. I am saying this because when KFC came to Sunyani, 3 people were given to them to interview. Now, what separated the one from the other 2 was that, do you know how to service a generator? The one who was picked said yes. They asked him, how do you go about it? He said, I normally go to Anointed Electrical at magazine there to do attachment. Then the white man told me, don't go. Start working now. He didn't even ask for his certificate. He was a student. He was a final year student. And as we speak now, he's there with them. He's working with KFC comfortably. So that is how to prepare for industrial attachment. First of all, you have to start apply ahead of time. Look at the people over here. It's only for your level 100. Even STU alone. If you add up other institutions all over the country, so you see that the facilities are limited, but the competition is very, very wide, key. So right now, don't wait till vacation before you look for a place for your attachment. You start it early, you develop relevant skills. That is basic electrical work, programming and other things that will help you to start as soon as possible. You prepare a strong CV. You need to prepare your wife. CV, you attach it with a cover letter, you send it to the industry or where you want to do your attachment. Then network with what? Lecturers. At least some of your lecturers have classmates or classmates who are working in other institutions. And they know your seniors who are also working in those institutions. So make sure you network with your lecturers and other professionals. For instance, we have 2 engineering bodies in Ghana. We have GHI and then IET. Almost all the members are professionals. So when you become a member of any of them, at least you begin to meet some of these big men and women. Then what you have to do, you have to be professional. When I say professional, some of us come to lecture with bathroom standards. We do our heads anyhow. Now, when you do it like that, anybody that meets you will have some other thoughts about you. So you have to be very professional, dress appropriately, and be punctual. And keep records of your experiences. Wherever you do this attachment, the experiences that you have, add it to your CV so that it will enhance your chances of getting employment. As I conclude, I want to buttress the key points that I have shared with you. I said industrial attachment is crucial for career growth. Take it seriously and be proactive. Make the most of every opportunity. And I wish you all the best on this journey. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am the person of Joe, the department president. I am here with my executives. Please, can you introduce yourself?
I am Salia, I'm the party president for ISA.
I'm Robert. I can tell Robert. Organizer.
I'm Hannah.
Second.
Okay. Dean of Students Affairs Office, our indefatigable down to edge head of department, former head of department, dedicated staff, department administrator, our beautiful vice president, Her Excellency Amina Salia, fellow students, all protocol duly observed. It is a great honor to stand before you today and welcome you all on this auspicious day of orientation. Congratulations on joining our department and embarking on this rewarding academic journey. Today marks the beginning of a new chapter in your educational and personal growth. As you navigate through these challenges and the opportunities ahead, know that the association is here to guide, support, and empower you in every possible way. I encourage you to actively engage in our student community, participate in various events, and take advantage of the opportunities, academic achievement, but also by the relationship you build, the skills you acquire, and the experience you embrace. Electrical and electronics department is a field that drives innovation and shapes the future of technology. Embrace the expertise, seek knowledge relentlessly, and never shy away from pursuing your boundaries. Our association is committed to fostering a culture of inclusive collaboration and excellence. Together, let's create a vibrant, supportive environment where everyone's students can thrive and achieve their full potential. Final words. University is a journey, not a destination. It's the time to explore, to learn, and to grow. Make the most of every experience. Embrace challenges with an open mind. Never afraid to step out of your comfort zone. You aren't just here to earn a degree or agent. You are here to build a future while upholding the principles of engineering. I am thrilled to have each of you as part of the community. Welcome to the electricals and electronic department. I wish you all a successful and fulfilling day ahead. Thank you.